Good afternoon. We're here with Rob. We're at the Coastal Trident ANTX, part of Port Hueneme. So Rob, why don't you tell us a little bit about your company and your technology that you want to display today?
Very happy to do so. Thank you very much. So we are GBL Systems, based out of Camarillo, California. We've been there for 35 years, principally defense-centric in that sector. I would also say that we are basically an artificial intelligence company. We have been working on that kind of complex technology for quite some time. We have been here at this event, working with FATHOMWERX and sponsoring, a principal sponsor for the last 3 years. We've been at this event since 2017. We have a CRADA here with the Warfare Center, and principally with biometrics. We actually have a biometric solution at the front door to this building. Also at the commander's door in Building 1 at Point Mugu. So we're integrated very well with our biometric solutions with Navy Base Ventura County.
So that's great. It sounds like you're doing a lot of work with the Naval Warfare Center.
We are.
Port Hueneme.
We are. And at Port Hueneme, also with Point Mugu. We've been working in cognitive electronic warfare. We've been working with complex software solutions for the F-14 back in the day, for the F-18 now, and with the F-35.
So your technology, is it dual purpose? Have you sold it to any commercial vendors?
We're working on that right now. What we have here at this event, at FATHOMWERX, is basically right behind me is a biometric solution. We believe that every individual owns their biometrics. We think that that is a fundamental human right. And so what we have is a solution that allows you to opt in and opt out with your biometrics. We are a SaaS company, a software as a solution company. And so when you register with us, and that's what we're demonstrating here with this exhibit, when you register with us, you can register with this in a couple of minutes. And once you do, then you are able to be recognized with any of these types of cameras. That camera will then recognize you. That goes up to the cloud. None of your biometric identity is actually here at the edge. And then once it recognizes you, it, of course, then allows you to gain access, unlocks the door, then you are in. You can then opt out at any time. You can do that remotely, right? And then if the door recognizes you, it still will not allow you in, right? The enterprise as well has complete control of that access. You could use it for point of sales. You can use it for just about anywhere where your identity needs to be recognized. But you have absolute control over your biometrics. Who uses it, who doesn't use it, you have control. Also, any enterprise that wants to use your biometrics for any purpose, point of sales or point of entry, would have control as well. But you own your biometrics. We also have technology here that is very much artificial intelligence, that is for autonomous systems, that as autonomous swarming is the technology that we have shown here, that allows individual constituents of a swarm to understand commander's intent, and then through a peer-to-peer mesh network, is then able to operate cooperatively and execute that commander's intent. Those are the two technologies that we have here. Both have military applications, but particularly the biometrics has a multitude of commercial applications that we are spinning out.
So with this door and the biometrics that you have, you've installed this at Port Hueneme and Point Mugu.
We have.
And you've got it right here in the FATHOMWERX building.
We do.
So talk about how FATHOMWERX Summit has supported your mission over the years.
It has exceptionally. It is actually through this summit that we gained the relationships with American Automatic Doors, you can see right here, that allowed us to have an integrator on our team that we now are working with to install the doors, both here at FATHOMWERX and at Point Mugu. And it is with that integrator that we are rolling out different commercial applications. and have established, and we worked with that integrated with American Door, Automated American Door, to go to Las Vegas to the largest security conference in the world and establish multitude relationships with the largest access control and security companies in the world, and then we are growing those relationships. And so it is through this summit that we established that relationship and others. So it has launched our commercial business through this event.
That's terrific. That's terrific that the defense industry base, a company like yours, has done so well with the FATHOMWERX Summit and the ANTX, the Coastal Trident ANTX itself.
Absolutely.
Talk about your business more. Let's go back to some of the top. Your business is GBL Systems Corporation a small business, a large business? Talk a little bit about that.
That's a great question. We have about 70 employees. As I mentioned, we've been around for 35 years. So we have deep roots in this region. We believe that this region is really just ripe with talent. It's got the geography. It's got the military installations here. It's got the sea range. It's got the port. It's got the university, and it's got industry. So it has got all of the ingredients to really just not just survive with this new era. Because we really believe that we're on the cusp of a new era where technology is going to transform the way that we work, the way that we play, the way that we live. Right? But we have all the ingredients in this region to thrive, to grow. And so these types of events and this type of a maker space that brings all of these people together, right? That just innovates, right? It transforms, right? It is where the convergence of technologies and exponential technologies like AI, right? Like the way that you can bring these maker spaces and the new ways of manufacturing together, and you bring technologies for military together with commercial, with the intellectual capital, and the financial resources of the military. This is where innovation can explode, right? And it should be a two-way street. We should be bringing commercial technology to the military, and we should bring military technology back into the commercial sector, right? And then we should be fostering the young minds in the academic world, right? And bringing that talent back into industry and into the military, right? And it is a space like this that just nurtures it, it incubates it, right? It allows it to just seed and then grow, right? And it should be unencumbered by bureaucracy, right? And that is what happens here, right? And it should be allowed to happen in a way where transformation just happens, right? And we have to have it. We just have to have it, right? And it needs to be. It needs to be, like I said, nurtured. It needs to be embraced. It needs to be embraced by the community. It needs to be embraced from the political world. It needs to be embraced from the manufacturing and industry world. And it needs to be embraced from the government, all of government, from the military and the defense sector, right, to the local government, to the state government, and to the federal government. That is what we need here, and we are thrilled to be a part of it. Thank you very much.
Well, let me ask one more question. I know we've talked about this, the door with the biometric technology that you have here, but I want to pan down to show, you said you're involved in a lot of AI, artificial
Absolutely.
intelligence, machine learning, all the things under AI. But I just want you to take a moment to pan down. The door is very an interesting piece of technology for biometrics, but I also wanted to maybe just walk down a little bit before we end the interview and show off some of the technologies that you have, maybe a 30-second discussion on each of the pieces that you have here.
Well, let me say that this right here is called fogging. And so with fogging, what it is, again, you own your biometrics. So Facebook and Instagram and a lot of these different platforms have your pictures, right? And they are scraping the internet with your pictures, right? And so what fogging does, which is part of the Future Orb ID, the FOID platform, is it can take your picture and it can just alter it slightly. To the human perception, to the human eye, you can't even tell. But to the algorithms, right, of the AI out there, it alters it enough that it breaks their algorithms and it cannot recognize you, right? And so if somebody wanted to steal your face, steal your picture, and use it for nefarious reasons, they can't, right? So it's basically an AI arms race in the commercial sector. So if somebody wanted to steal your identity by stealing your face, your biometrics, right, they won't, right? Because it fogs, it ghosts your picture, and so to your friends, it's still you. To the AI, it isn't you, right? And so it's called fogging, and it's one of the things on our platform that would be free to the consumer.
Terrific. Let's go down here to see this monitor with a joystick, and then we'll end at the next one.
Absolutely.
With what looks like an FAA terminal, but here's the joystick.
Right. So what this does, now, so what we can do, so this is called SageTech. SageTech is our core AI offering. And so what we can do is take a very complex, even an antiquated simulation, right? And what we've done here is taken a simulation of a flyout model. So a flyout model is if you've dropped a bomb or flown a missile, and there's a simulation of where it's going to fly, where it's going to fall, right? And then what you see here is the pattern of where it's probably going to land, okay? And these simulations take huge amounts of data, a lot of computational muscle, right? And a lot of space, right? Kind of computational space, right? So what we can do is take a 6 degree of freedom simulation, and using AI, we can compress it into something that just takes very little compute, right? And so now we can run it in milliseconds, and we can run it on a very small processor, right? And so it goes very fast, and we can run it very cheaply, right? And now what we've done here is we can just run a simulation where you're flying a plane, and now on this tablet, you would be able to see the flyout model in real time, right? And now you can run it on a tablet, right? So you can do the planning, right, very quickly, and you could actually do it now in real time, so that you can run it now in the cockpit if you wanted to, right? And if the adversary is reacting to you, you can now just rerun the simulation very quickly, right? And change the flyout model so you can react to the adversary's movements. So once again, the way the world is going, it's an AI arms race, right? In the commercial sector and the military sector. So it's all about speed, right? And so you want to be able to run this AI very quickly.
We've only got a few minutes left, Rob. Why don't you talk about the last one here that looks like an FAA terminal, about what you're doing here?
So what we're doing here, it's related to, this is what we have here is called SageTech. Again, it's a principal AI offering. We have SageTech Oracle and SageTech platform. So this was a planning and a bit of a forecasting model. What we've done here is related to it. Now, what you want to be able to do, this looks like spaghetti right now. It's all over the place, right? If we were going to try to run this, this is about, you're really just kind of spinning the dials here. And what you would be able to do, if actually I'd ask one of my friends to come over, they're busy right now, but you actually start to run some of these dials, and it is running these micro sims, right? Of not only, we have 2 UAVs, right, running against a series of threats over here, the red threats. And so, that's got 30 seconds. If you could just go ahead and move a couple of these over, and we'll show you what happens. If you want to score it and give yourself a higher probability of success, it runs now the routes. These are the routes of the UAVs. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and have the different attributes, right now, what are the different attributes that we have here?
We have fuel use, have mission time, we have targets destroyed, casualties taken.
All these different attributes. Well, look, Rob, I thank you for your time. And it definitely shows that there's 35 years of technical acumen in the GBL Systems Corporation. We appreciate your time, and I think FATHOMWERX Summit appreciates you being here, demonstrating your technology that goes all the way from biometrics to AI and small compute too, how to do things with a smaller compute.
So we have a swarm of UAVs, with each UAV thinking for itself, understanding the commander's intent, and you spin the dials, what attributes do you want, and it'll give you the best solution in real time based on that. And we're a gold sponsor. We're thrilled to be a gold sponsor. We'll always be a gold sponsor because this is a damn good event. It's worth it's a return on investment. We will be back.
Thanks, Rob. We appreciate your time.
All right, thank you.